Hi everyone. Today we're going to see some example problems for how to find the sum of an arithmetic series. So the arithmetic series was a sequence of terms separated by addition, all have a common difference. So it's an arithmetic sequence, just we're going to add them and we get the sum. So from last lesson, we needed the first term, we need the last term, and then we need the number of terms to help us find out how many pairs. And we're going to use this equation where the sum is the number of terms divided by 2 to make pairs. And we take the first term and add it to the last term. And we take the amount of pairs and multiply it by that sum. So, example 1, a student borrowed 8,000 for college expenses, and then they had to pay it back. So they had to pay 120, and then 119.50, and then 119, and then $70.50. So we want to know how much they paid over the lifetime, and then how much interest we paid. So how much more than $8,000 did we pay? So I got to search for details in the problem. So the first thing I look at, do I have the first term? It's $120. Do I have the last term? It's $70.50. Okay, it gives me the entire sequence. So I know this is the last term. And in the problem, it says that's 100 terms. So I don't even have to calculate or check that it is 100 terms. It tells me that. So now I can substitute the numbers in my formula. So I have 100 divided by 2. I'm going to have 50 pairs of 120 plus $70.50. I evaluate that. So the sum of all 100 terms, the sum of what I'm paying back is $9,525. Now to calculate the interest, I figure out 9,525 minus 8,000 because that's how much I took out, and this is how much I paid back is 9,525, and the total interest I paid is $1,525 in interest. So I can use problems like this to figure out how much loans are going to cost me. This one is an example of running. So if an athlete's training for a marathon, they ran 7,500 meters one day, 8,000 the next day, 8,500, and keep adding 500 for 30 days, I want to know the total distance that person's run. So I have my first term, 7,500. I know that there's 30 terms, but I don't know the 30th in this case. And I really don't want to just keep counting by 500s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sequence. So my sequence is first term plus the common difference times n minus 1. And now I can put in 30 into this equation to figure out what the 30th term is. So sometimes I got to find out more information than the problem originally gives me. I have to set up another equation, but I can always find the first term and the last term and the number of terms. And now I put my number of terms divided by 2 to find my pairs, first term plus last term, multiply it together, and you get 442,500 meters, which is a lot of running, a lot more running that I would like to do. So sum of an arithmetic series, you always need the first term, the last term, and the number of terms. Sometimes we have to do a few extra steps to find one of those three pieces of information.